Eric Smith is the winner of the Record Roller giveaway. Congratulations, Eric. You have until November 2nd to claim your prize, or a new name will be drawn. Drop me a DM on social media or shoot me an email at channel33rpm@gmail.com. Hi, my name is Frank. It's Friday. That means time to kick back, relax, and talk music. I'm doing something different here today. This week marks 6 years since I recorded and posted my first YouTube vinyl community video, and the topic of that video was very appropriate. It was called Halloween Vinyl, where me and my friend Javier talked about some of our favorite records to spin this time of year. Anyway, I thought it'd be fun, as I said, 6 years later, to revisit this video and do a bit of a reaction to it, because some of you have been with this channel since the beginning, but most of you haven't, so this should be interesting. Let's press play on this video that I posted October 31st, 2014. Come with me as we step into the Wayback Machine.
Tonight, Halloween Vinyl. You're tuned into
the Audio Files.
Hey, welcome to the debut episode of the Audio Files.
Oh my God.
I'm Frank.
I'm Hav.
And like I said, this is our debut.
We're very excited.
And yeah, we're looking forward to it.
You know what, Frank? This is an awesome time to have a debut episode. I know this is one of your favorite holidays. It's one of mine as well. Halloween.
Halloween rule.
So awkward.
You know what? In tribute to Halloween, we're going to actually reach back and start talking about some of our favorite Halloween-themed albums.
Halloween vinyl. So not only talking about vinyl, which is one of our favorite topics.
Absolutely.
Talking about Halloween vinyl.
Oh yeah, all the things that we grew up as kids and we found fascinating.
So Javier, he was a really good co-host to do this with. I'm going to pause this. So this was in the basement of the house Sherry and I had in Edmonton, Alberta. And I knew Javier since high school. And I wanted to do these YouTube videos, but I was too scared to do them on my own, so Javier and I agreed to do them together. And this is before it was channel 33 RPM. At the time, I think this YouTube channel was just Frank Landry, and we're going to call these shows the Audio Files, which is kind of funny. It kind of evolved from there, and Javier co-hosted the first 3 or 4 episodes with me. Anyway, let's continue on. You get the point.
And the title track, Welcome to My Nightmare, is not particularly heavy, but there's something about it. I mean, obviously it's Welcome to My Nightmare, so...
Oh, absolutely. You know what? It
is
truly
a great
is
album.
a classic album. And I'll admit, I was so terrified watching Alice Cooper when he was on the Muppet Show. Scary.
Yes, Alice Cooper did once play Welcome to My Nightmare on the Muppet Show.
Yeah.
Classic episode.
It is a classic episode.
Great Halloween album.
Yeah, definitely a classic album. But you know what?
I like that giant spider there.
So Alice is a great representation of late 70s, 80s horror-inspired kind of music. So I'm going to go with something a little bit more modern. The modern version, I would say, is Rob Zombie. He takes his name, again, his old band from the horror movie White Zombie. Loves to do his horror movies and horror-inspired art. But what's special about this one is not only is the artwork, and it's a 10-inch vinyl that was released on Record Store Day, but it's actually red.
Red vinyl, yeah.
But to top it off,
Red vinyl.
it actually plays in reverse. So what I mean is you don't put the needle on the edge and it works its way in. Actually, you have to do the opposite and it goes backwards. I think this is Rob's way of trying to say playing your record backwards, like they always used to tease everyone about playing the music.
You put the needle sort of in the dead wax, first groove, and it kind of plays outwards.
All right, next up, you cannot have Halloween without the Number of the Beast.
So dramatic.
1982.
82, Frank.
How scary was this album back in the day?
Yeah, I don't know if it was scary.
The Number of the Beast? Come on, that's ridiculous.
My gosh. I remember parents were freaked out about this whole thing.
I do love that album artwork though to this day.
About the mystical, the mythology, having all those imageries. I mean, when we went to go see the show, unbelievable, all the imagery they pull out of there. And I remember this one as well, scaring the heck out of me when I first...
That's my favorite Iron Maiden
Everything that would
album cover.
Evil incarnate. It was everything that you're not supposed to listen to.
Do you remember back in the day back patches on jean jackets?
Absolutely.
I remember, I never had an Iron Maiden one, but a lot of the other kids had the Iron Maiden Number of the Beast back patch on. And I mean, just as a kid, holy smokes, you got Eddie. You got fire in his eyes. He's being a puppet master. He's got the devil on his strings. Heavy.
I used to yell a lot, or at least use a very loud voice in my early videos. And looking back, it's kind of funny. The reason I did that, in part, I think was because the microphone was poor, so just to make myself heard. But I don't know. I thought if I spoke loudly and fast, it'd be more exciting, maybe, and more people would watch. I don't know.
A little Ozzy Osbourne bark.
Nice! Yeah. Love Ozzy.
So, this is a great album.
Again, it's finding my own way. It's finding my way. We're figuring this out.
Randy Rhoads. So it was actually his third album, but it's first after Randy Rhoads.
Third studio album.
Third studio album, that's right. You know, you've got some songs like Center of Eternity that have all the death bells and whatnot. And of course you have
I'm saying death
Ozzy
bells,
Osbourne,
aren't they church bells?
who later has become famous for biting the head off a bat, also Halloweeny. But Frank, did you know that Bark of the Moon...
Bark at the Moon?
...was actually Ozzy's first official video?
I didn't think about that, but I do, yeah.
I think
He's dressed
about
up
it,
in the costume as
That's
the werewolf, running around.
And that whole video is classic, old Victorian, all the carriages, the werewolves, the moon.
It is a good
the
video.
whole thing. You wrap it all up together with a bow. It's Halloween.
Halloween. Jakey Lee, too.
That's right.
Jakey Lee, love
Lee
Jakey Lee. Glad he's back with the Red Dragon Cartel.
Yeah, that's right. That's very exciting when I heard that.
I'm going to go the opposite of heavy metal.
All right, all right.
What am I going to pick here?
I'm trying to think if I can give you a clue about this one. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, maybe?
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh, come on,
Any
man.
guesses?
You know what this one is. Come on.
I mean, I hear that. I think Michelin Man. I think the big thing. What else can you give me?
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. I got to tell you, I grew up with Ghostbusters, but my kids love Ghostbusters as well. And this was also originally a record store day release last year. Yeah. And it was in such limited quantities, I couldn't get a copy, and they're going for insane prices on eBay. $80. But it was not an exclusive record store day, it was a record store day first.
I got it at Hot Topic.
And I actually found it this summer. At Hot Topic of all places.
In Fargo, North Dakota.
It's identical, honestly, to the Record Store Day one. All it's missing is the Record Store Day.
I can't find this album now.
It glows in the dark.
I can't find this. Last time I saw it was when we were in Edmonton, and we moved from Edmonton to Manitoba in 2017. I haven't seen this since. I have no idea what happened to it.
First movies I saw that was in the horror genre. That was family friendly, if you will. That was a great...
We still watch this movie every year, Family and I. Great. I didn't care for the remake too much that they did a few years ago, but the original first one, so classic. We might have to watch that still before Halloween.
But I had to tell you, one of my other albums from Alice Cooper, right here is Constrictor. This was my first introduction to Alice Cooper, and
it might have been one of my first ones I heard as well.
Where he kind of changed his sound a little bit.
Went metal.
Going into the hair metal arena from what he was doing from a couple albums earlier. I think he was
It's not my favorite Alice Cooper album.
All of a sudden resurfaced, and I know he resurfaced for me with He's Back, the Man Behind the Mask.
Sure has his big comeback.
That's right. The
Friday
theme
the 13th.
there to Jason.
Lives?
I think it was 6, but it was amazing when I saw the video. Of course, there's Alice, there's the Snake, and then there's that monster guitarist, Kane Roberts.
Kane Roberts.
All right.
My gosh. Yeah, Kane Roberts. Huge. Steroids, I think. I don't know.
Kane Roberts. No, he was a big guy, and his guitar, remember his guitar was like a machine gun?
Haven't changed much. I still say the same things.
No, of course he's not. He later admitted to being on steroids.
There we go. Steroids as well.
Who plays bass on this album?
No.
Kip Winger.
And none other than Mr. Kip Winger. So you're making fun of me for my selection. Basically had the band Winger backing him on. The keyboard player too went on to Winger. This is a Winger album with Alice Cooper on it.
I wouldn't say it's a Winger album, Frank.
I guess.
All right, I'm gonna go for a
what's next?
soundtrack, and I gotta tell you, I watched this movie again last night.
I don't remember what I played.
I'll give you a hint. It's got the dude who played Skippy on Family Ties.
Skippy on Family Ties. Well, you know,
Tell
like
me when
you
you get
always
what this
had
one
the
is.
Nightmare on Elm Street, maybe.
No. It had as brief appearances. It had Ozzy Osbourne playing a TV evangelist,
Figured it out
and
yet?
none other Mr. Gene Simmons playing a radio DJ.
I'm thinking Jack-o'-lanterns. No,
Trick or
no.
treat.
Trick or treat.
That's right.
I gotta watch that movie again.
I gotta tell you, this movie is so bad.
That's what I remember.
So bad it's good. Honest, it's a movie about a teen. It came out in 1986, I think. And it's about this nerdy kind of Skippy, right? Kind of a big metal fan in high school. The jocks were teasing him, and his idol comes back from the grave and gets him to and starts killing people.
So bad. So bad, but so good.
And I found this at a garage sale for $1. $1. Can you imagine someone selling this for $1? What were they thinking?
You know what? They were thinking they're getting $1.
The woman's son used to work at a record store in the 80s, and he moved out and he left a box of still sealed records, and she was selling them all at the garage sale. I bought a handful. I can't remember exactly what it was. That was like in 2013, but...
Typical hard rock scene to come out
Okay,
with
what does
something
Happy Pull here?
absolutely terrifying. So this one is absolutely
I'm
terrifying.
anxious to see what this is.
All right. It's called Children of the Unicorn, okay? And this
He's a jokester. He's fooling around.
Irish
You're kidding me.
Rovers.
You're
No,
kidding me.
You know, a roving band of miscreants out there. They're talking about Puff the Dragons, Puff the Magic Dragon.
Right.
the
Puff
Red-
the Magic Dragon,
That's right.
Isn't this a fairy tale or a children's song?
Yeah, that's well. Then there's they talk about the Red
Move it
Baron.
along, move it along, guys.
You
Let's
know,
move ahead.
they talk about.
What's neat about these videos is that there were no edits in these early ones, right? It was just hit record and speak with no edits. I kind of dig that. Like, I wonder if I should go back to that at some point. I could probably produce more videos if I did that. I mean, it's probably not as fun to watch, but this flows okay. I don't know.
I think the albums you've picked have been real quality picks and probably better picks than mine overall. But I think I have something to tie us up here in terms
What is
of you know, different records that the Ultimate Halloween album. I think I found the Ultimate.
Man, look at this gray that's coming. I didn't have any gray 6 years ago.
Okay, we're talking about
Blame my kids.
so inspired by Halloween. You know,
Kiss?
the-
I can't remember
The
what
whole
he
reason
says.
they got together is because they noticed how people were spending money to go watch films that would scare
figured it out.
them.
Scared them.
Right?
Yeah, I can relate to that.
So they decided to form a band inspired by one of the movies that they had seen.
Okay.
So that's how they named their band.
Okay.
You figured
The
it out yet?
idea was to make the musical equivalent of a horror movie.
I think I know what you're getting at here. I think I know.
It's a classic band, all right? So,
The pace was slow. We had to pick it up, but we were just starting.
it's Black Sabbath.
Black
course.
Sabbath.
It's the
yes.
the original
Black Sabbath, of course.
horror movie. The whole idea was to come up with the musical equivalent of a horror movie. Geezer Butler, the bass player, all his songs were inspired by horror movies and that phantom black
Not all
silhouetted
the
thing that he
songs.
saw at the end
Oh, right.
of his
What is
bed.
this that stands before me?
You betcha. Then you've got a really creepy album cover.
I love that album
You
cover.
know,
I was just going to say, I love the album cover.
right? You've got all kinds of
I haven't changed at all.
Basically, this album here, 1969, 1970, was the invention of heavy metal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? They invented heavy metal. Tony Iommi, that song, Black Sabbath, so
Yeah.
creepy. I mean, as a kid, this spooked me out, and it still spooks me out.
Absolutely.
just
And
gonna
let's
say it
keep in
still
mind
spooks me out.
who was the lead singer.
Mr. Osbourne,
That's
Ozzy.
Ozzy himself, so he continued that trend, and they're still even touring to this day.
And you know what's not just
Well.
the song Black Sabbath, there's other tracks on here. NIB, which some people say stands for Nativity in Black.
Yeah,
It's a song about the devil falling in love with a human girl.
there you go.
I still love
There you
that
go.
track.
So yeah, for me, absolute classic album from the
It is absolute classic.
and the sound,
It's flawless.
the inspiration, everything about
And it was recorded in like 24 hours.
see in a band that says, hey, this is a Halloween-inspired album. So this is definitely one for me that definitely fits that bill.
Good pick, Javier.
Win, hands down. I vote
right.
this the best heavy metal record, not even heavy metal, the best Halloween-themed vinyl record of all time.
It's a good album to listen to on Halloween, but I think all of those are.
Perfect.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for joining us, guys. If
This
you
is
like
rough.
this, please subscribe to this channel. Underneath there's a comment section. Please comment. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching, and join us back. We'll do this again very soon.
Absolutely. All right. Take care.
See you later.
Take care. All right. Well, there were 31 comments and 1,400 views, so that's not bad. Again, rough around the edges. Take care. See you later. No keep on spinning yet. I give me and Javier top points for, hold on, their video starting, for sort of putting the effort in to do the Halloween decor. That was cool. I agree with those picks. I love all those albums except for that weird unicorn one Javier picked. But it's just funny watching this because it just shows the evolution of this channel. As I said, at the time it wasn't even called Channel 33 RPM. So I would encourage any of you guys, again, who are interested in thinking of doing these sort of videos, to give it a shot. I mean, if a fool like me can do it, anyone can do it. And, it's always good to see the vinyl community continue to grow. It's fantastic. So I got 6 thumbs down. Why did I get 6 thumbs down on that one? It doesn't matter. Guys, these are some Halloween picks, and I hope you dug them. Let me know what you thought of this video and what you, dear 33ers, are spending this Halloween. Until next time, keep on spinning.